Single motherhood comes with a unique set of emotional challenges that can at times feel overwhelming and best understood by women who share them. Countless other single mothers grapple with exactly the same issues, from self-doubt and anxiety over money to the stress of making decisions all alone. Today on Turn Up, we are talking about the challenges of single mothers, their daily challenges. As I earlier said, we are talking about how they take care of their kids and how they put this thing together with their jobs. We are talking about their environment. Is it hostile to them? We're talking about life in a family. The program is Turn Up on Canal The English. Stay with us. Welcome to another exciting edition of your program Turn Up on Canal The English. I'll say it is season 2, and today, like I earlier said, we are sensitizing women on your rights. We are trying to empower women economically, politically, and otherwise. We are telling women how to integrate in our society, and today we are talking about single mothers, and we have a couple of guests for you in the studio. They are all women, and they will be sharing their experiences and what they go through on a daily basis. But if you want to participate on today's program, you have the number on your TV screen. You can equally tag us on our Facebook page. You can equally tag us on Twitter and Instagram. And now, before it's time for us to discover who our guests are, and the person we are seeing on my right is Sandrine. How are you today?
I'm fine, Maureen, and I want to thank you for this invitation. It's really a pleasure to be on your show, and of course to be talking to these millions of women out there and telling them exactly what they should do if they find themselves in this kind of situation.
All right.
In my points of view.
Now, how has it been? Has it been a challenging day? Has it been a boring day? Has it been a day? I'm talking of the day of today.
Today has been like every other day. Not very challenging, not boring. Of course, very exciting as usual.
All right. We equally have Shalma Aliyah. How are you today?
I'm very fine, thank you. Thank you very much for having invited me into this program.
All right, we're going to be talking about single mothers, but before we get into the discussion or giving you in-depth analysis, I want us to watch this report. A woman in Djibouti who fell in love with a French soldier and they were abandoned by the man. Let's watch this report. We'll be right back.
Sophie emigrated to Djibouti a few years ago to work as a prostitute. She fell in love with a French soldier and bore his child. Shortly after the birth of the baby, the soldier abandoned her and she had to return home.
In order to survive, I established a small kiosk in my home, which is how I take care of my baby. I go to the market, I buy from the wholesalers, and then I resell the things here. I make a 5 to 10 cent profit. With this money, I can make a living for my child and myself. Well, I live this way and have never returned to Djibouti. He has not returned either. He told me that he was going to take me with him, but I never heard from him again. He once sent me a letter, but I burned it. My son always asks about his father. Every time he sees a white man, he asks me, "Where is my father?" And he asks me if I gave birth without a father. It bothers me. But his father is in his country. Where am I going to find him? I tell him that he is in France and that someday he will come to get him. But since he does not understand, he's always crying. And when I see him cry, I also start to think of him, and I feel very bad. When he is older, I want him to know about his family. I want him to meet his father. My son is not easy. He has a strong character. He is not like a normal child here in Ethiopia. I have no family here. I'm alone. In other words, I have no one to help me. I'm trying to move on by myself. A fatherless child is very difficult. He's always thinking about him. And when he sees an airplane, he says his father's up there.
Welcome back. The program is Turn Up on Canal English. We are having a live broadcast, and I'm surrounded by beautiful women. I have Sandrine and I have Shama with me in the studio. I'll begin with Sandrine. After watching the report, what's your reaction? You've seen a woman who's a prostitute who had a French soldier. She thought that was the beginning of real life. And she was abandoned by the man, and she has a child, and the child keeps asking that, where is my dad? Now, after watching that story, how do you, what's the image that comes to your mind?
I actually feel saddened for her, but it's something that happens to young women almost on a daily basis. A man would come and promise you heaven and earth, and then almost immediately as you get pregnant, he disappears. So, but it's not the end of life. I think that's what she showed us. It's not the end of life because she's coping with her baby. She's struggling, taking care of the child and making sure that that child has a future. And I'm certain she's trying to educate the child too. Like, when you face this kind of situation in future, please don't do the same thing like your dad. But I think she should not have been lying to the child that your father is in France and is going to come back.
Now, Shama, we're talking about single mothers here. Now, to you, how do you define a single mother? Who is a single mother?
A single mother is a woman who is bringing up a child alone, without the presence of the father.
She's doing it all alone.
All alone. Yeah.
Nobody's assisting her.
Nobody's assisting her. She's doing the school fee alone, the feeding, the upbringing alone.
All right. Now, when you look around society today, do you have a lot of single mothers? Oh,
definitely yes. Especially also in Africa, it's like a normal thing, because most men they just get a woman pregnant and then they leave. In most cases.
Now, why is it becoming a normal thing, as you put it?
Yeah, because normally before a girl, mostly in our society, before a girl turns 20, most often she has a baby. Yeah. Because the men, they would like,
and they end up not getting married to the men abandon them and take care of those children all alone.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely, sometimes they get married, sometimes they go without getting married, like they go with just, boyfriend, girlfriends, and they end up, the lady gets pregnant and the guy abandons her and run away, so.
Yeah, Sandrine, we're talking about single mothers here. Now, to your opinion, why is the phenomenon on the rise in Cameroon?
I would first of all think of talking about the economic status of the country. Most women, not all, most women would go after men for a kind of social stability and economic stability. And then whatever the man tells you, you're like, okay, this should be the truth. I should hang on to it. I should believe in this man.
So this is the man I wanted.
Because you see yourself having some stability in society because of that man. And I think it's also basically because of what some of our parents taught us, like, you a woman, if you don't have a man beside you, you are nothing. So when you meet this man and he starts telling you all these love stories, all of that, you're like, okay, I've found my own. Let me hang on to him, not knowing that he's there just to enjoy himself, probably, and then move on. When you get pregnant, he's no longer in the
All right, now Sandrine, out of curiosity, I want to ask, how old are you?
I would say I'm 30.
You're 30? Are you a single mother?
I'm a single mother.
Now,
going by the
Shama gave,
I'm a single mother.
Now, how did this happen?
Not by choice, anyway.
Because one comes, the second part we're going to ask, because we know there are three options.
Yes, not by choice. I know there are some women who choose to be single mothers.
But that is not your option.
That's not my option.
For now,
I've
you're
not
just a
chose to
single
be-
mother, but we're hoping something else good might come up. But now, can you tell us your story? Can you share your story with us?
Okay, my story is a very short one.
Mhm.
I think I narrated it a few minutes ago. Like, you meet this guy, and to you, he's the one. Not knowing that sometimes life is going to come upon maybe the two of you, or maybe the guy, because until now he's not going to say that, okay, I just came to have a nice time and go. At some point, life happened, and we just had to separate, and the kid is there.
And up to moment, he has not come back. And up to moment, you have separated, you have gone your ways.
We've both gone our ways.
Now, and how have you been coping with the kids? You're doing it all alone?
I have the advantage that I have a very good family, a family that's very supportive, friends who are very, very supportive, and most of the times I do it alone, but I know that there are people I can rely on. If I turn left, I'll have somebody to lean on. If I turn right, I'll have somebody to lean on. So basically, I don't need a father.
Now, what are the difficulties you go through as a single mother? What are the problems? What are the challenges?
Just like the lady in the report, having the child ask you every day, where is my father? It's true, my own case is a bit different. He knows his father. Sometimes he's around. So he knows that, okay, I have a father who is somewhere, even though he doesn't really take care of me, but he's somewhere. But I make sure that I explain to him. And I would say
It is difficult.
the real difficult part of it is when you have to pay the school fees. And you look left and right and you're like, okay, this is all my salary. I need to pay this money. This child needs to feed. He needs to clothe. But God does it.
And you tell the father, he does not react to it. He says, nothing, it's all on you.
It's all on you.
All right, let me turn now to Shama. You're a single mother, right?
Yeah, I'm actually a divorcee. Yeah.
Yeah, we have two cases here, not by choice, but you only had to. Now, can you share your story with us?
Yeah, actually, I got divorced because my ex-husband was very, very violent, and we were actually not compatible. Yeah, but as a single mother, I don't really have much challenges because I, for one, I'm a very hardworking person, and luckily enough, the father is a very good father. Like, yeah, he takes
So he
care.
still comes around to take care of
No,
the
he takes
children.
care. He, like, for instance, he pays the school fees. He provides. You know, he actually tries his best to take care of his.
So you have no
kids.
particular problem as
No.
a single mother?
No,
apart from
the
paying
only
the fees.
particular problem that I could say I have is the fact that he's not present. Sometimes they actually want to be with him, you know, and sometimes they actually is kind of naughty, you know. Sometimes kids, they need their father around. They need that discipline. I cannot give them enough discipline like their dad can, you know. So I can say that's just.
Now, how many kids are we talking about here?
I have 3 kids. Yeah.
With the same man?
Yeah.
Now, is it so difficult telling when the child is asking about the father? Is it so difficult raising the child, telling him about the father? How difficult is it to raise up the children all alone, and then telling them when they keep up asking, want to see your dad? How do you do it?
But I don't actually like I earlier said. The father is always there for the kids.
Okay.
Like, I don't actually face that difficulty. Yeah, no.
So you don't have.
No, I don't have. I, for one, personally, I don't have. My kids, actually, they are happy.
All right.
Because my present partner now acts like a father, and they actually love him so much that
All right.
sometimes they even forget their own father.
All right, that's the luck you have
Yeah.
because your children have another father.
Yeah.
Now, Sandrine, your friends around you who are single mothers, what did they tell you? Because we have women who go as far as committing suicide because they cannot bear it.
I think society has grown above that. It's true we still have some cases of that, but I think society, just like Shama said a while ago, it's a phenomenon that is becoming almost normal. So because it's getting that rampant and that normal, we have found ways to go above it. Like you asked, what do my friends around me who are single mothers do? I don't have a lot of them, but I think we form like a solidarity group. When you have a difficulty, you bring it up to the other person. Okay, this is what I faced today with the child. Has your child ever done this? And then if she's like, yes, my child has done this, what did you do when he or she asked you, where is my father? What did you do when he or she asked you for money and you have nothing at that point in time? The different situations help you to cope also with your own situation back at home.
Now, when you're in the midst of your friends, now, do they have a way of looking at you that makes you feel a type? Because they know of your status, maybe saying that maybe this is a single mother, or you are with friends who are now married. Now, do you feel a type?
I don't feel a type. I do not feel a type because it's a status. It's their own status.
Or do you feel rejected by society somehow? The treatments they give to you?
No, not really.
But you have women who are going through some
Definitely.
sufferings.
Definitely.
Shama, you want to share? You want to say something about that?
What I know is that the society actually rejects mostly those ladies, the single ladies, you know, sometimes. And some women that are actually already married, they are kind of scared to, like, I might have a friend and she will not like me to be around her husband. She'll be like, maybe I want to snatch him, you know, because I am a single mother, I don't have a husband. And that's one of the reasons. And then most often those single mothers, they are actually very vulnerable sometimes, you know, because they don't have a coverage of a man. So they actually sometimes just go into
People talk
thinking,
to them just anyhow.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
take them from
yeah,
something
yeah.
for something else.
Yeah,
That's the
definitely.
image.
Yeah, they think some people might think like, okay, you should be a loose woman if you could let yourself be used by a man that way. Yeah,
Not knowing that maybe the man is a problem and you are not a problem.
Definitely.
sometimes.
All right. Now, I want us to watch this report. A woman, a single woman who has been struggling to make ends meet. Let's watch this report right back. In the studio, I have another wonderful lady. She's called Balako. She just joined us just a few minutes ago. Balako, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, how
Thank
are you today?
Maureen. Not really sound, but it's okay.
That you managed to make it here.
Yeah, I managed
Because you want to share your story.
Exactly.
You want to share
I'm
experiences
really
with women out there.
Yeah.
Now, you're a single mother.
I'm a single mother.
Now, how old are you?
31.
You're 31. Now, what's your story?
Okay. You guys will excuse me because it's true I'm Anglophone, but I'm more fluent
No,
in
just
French.
try. Just try. Try in
So-
English.
Okay, so yeah, I'm a single mother since in few days. I will be a single mother for 9 years because my daughter she will turn 9 on the 20th of February.
Means you had your baby when you were 21 or so?
22, 23.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guy I had my daughter with is a Congolese because from my father's side, I'm a Congolese from Kinshasa. So I put to birth in Kinshasa and he was like, I don't want to say my first lover because after him I had some other loves, but he was the first, my first partner. So we are age mates. And we decided, okay, let's have a child because we were really...
Okay, you decided to
We
have a
decided it wasn't an accident because we calculated, okay, at this period, okay, this is real. So that's how it happened. So that's my story. So for now, after...
When you left you, yeah, just continue the story.
Yeah, so I was in school. I was in the university in Kinshasa. So at 5 months, because I put to birth in my father's family, in our family house. So after five months, they took me to their house, so his parents' house. Okay, so I spent like 3 months there, and it wasn't easy for me. Because the family,
how were you treated?
because the guy's parents, his family, his siblings, they were like, okay, I'm the one who made their, who involve their brother or their son into this kind of mess, whereas it was.
They never wanted him to have a child.
They never wanted him to have a child with me.
They don't like you. They did not.
They did not like me because you know, when I'm in Congo, it's like people who are métis. When I'm in Congo, I'm treated as a Cameroonian. When I'm here in Cameroon, they treat me as a Congolese. So they were like, okay, how can you have a child with a Cameroonian? We heard that Cameroonians, they love witchcraft, they is that, wow. So, and they were saying that, okay, we can't get married together because we are age mates. We are, you know, this oldish kind of.
And then what happened?
So, when the child was 8 months old, I went to leave the child to my mother in Libreville because she was the Cameroon Airlines representative there in Gabon. So I went to leave my daughter there. So my daughter left Kinshasa. So the last time that she saw her father was when she was 8 months old, and today she's 8, going to 9 years. She has never seen her father. So that's my story briefly.
So finally the man had to abandon you, he had to listen to the family? Or he took sides with the family because did he love you or?
He did, but he could not really defend his choice because he was still a child under his parents' roof. So
he had to go with the parents?
Yeah.
And abandons you?
Yes.
Now what are the challenges that you're going through as a single mother?
Yeah, the challenges.
What are the problems you face on the
daily basis? Main challenge,
the child all alone?
Exactly. The challenges I face there are two main challenges. Emotionally, the child, she's not balanced. Like she said previously, she's not balanced. Every child, because you know I play the two roles, but God was not foolish to create man and woman. So she's not. When you see, even when she mixes with her classmates who are like, oh mon père m'a acheté ci, my father did that to me. She's like, okay, my mother. So I'm the two in one, and she's not really. Yeah, anyway, she cannot tell me, but I see it. So that's the part, the emotional part. So the financial part, that is wow. Because anyway, fortunately, I have a family who is very supportive, and my mother too, because it's my mother who did it all anyway, financially talking. Since I took in all my medical, everything till I gave birth, it was my mother.
So your parents was assisting you?
Yeah, she was the one who was always sending money to me to do this. Even when I was living in her grandparents' under her grandparents'
And do you love the life you're living? Is this what you wanted for yourself?
No.
That's not what you want?
No. So
nature just made it, can you say nature, or it's
circumstances?
Circumstances.
Yeah. Life circumstances, yeah.
The circumstances, that's not what.
No, I never wished to have this kind of life. And there's something I need to tell the viewers, especially the women, that for me, I hate to listen to a woman who says, oh, it was just an accident. My child came just by accident. I dislike hearing it, because even when it reaches to the child's ears, it's like, okay, I came back by accident. It's not that you are not wishing.
Do you think the mother is going to tell the child that?
No, she can hear. The child can hear, and the mother or the father can the mother can maybe behave the way she can have that attitude, showing that, okay, I was not wishing. I was like.
And if the man has to come back after 9 years, are you going to like open your heart to him?
No. No, I'm sorry to say that. No.
You are in another relationship already?
For now, no. I'm single.
You are still single?
Yeah.
You're a single mother, still searching. Can we put
See,
it that?
yeah. No, we can't put it that way. It's that way. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Now, let me go back to Shamra. Now, seeing single mothers, those who don't have jobs, are struggling on the streets. Now, how do you feel?
I feel very pity for them. I feel pity for them.
Because somebody like Balako, at least she has a job.
Yeah.
There are others who don't have jobs.
And it's a 40 family too. I feel pity for them. Yeah. But it's not the end of the world. You must create something for yourself. Yeah. You cannot stay without having a job.
So you are telling women to do something.
Definitely, women have to really try to do something. No matter how small it is, you must always try to do something and not depend on men. Because once you depend on men, you become very vulnerable. Yeah, they will use you till their kingdom come.
But we still have women who are even married, but they call themselves single mothers because they still do it all alone. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
No.
Those are irresponsible husbands.
Exactly.
Depends on their wives to take care of them and the kids, and it's quite funny.
All right. Now I want us to watch these no comments. We'll be right back.
No father yet you provide my dinner and I love you, oh mama. When you cry I cry too. Why do you look so dull and forsaken? I know that he's gone and your heart is broken, but we are still together. Mama never leave us alone at home, no. I wonder how she made it through the end of the day.
Welcome back. You're watching Turn Up on Canal The English. It's a program that seeks to empower women and the girl child. And today we're talking about single mothers. It's quite challenges, but they need to do something to come out of it. We have successful story of single mothers who have made it in life. And today we'll have wonderful women in the story, in the studio rather. We'll have Sandrine, we'll have Balako, and we'll have Shamra. Now, after watching that video, the picture you just saw on the screen, you see a woman in water in a river with a baby on her back. That's a single mother. Now, to what extent can single mothers go in order to survive their families?
I can say she can do anything for her children. Like we previously saw the woman, the little documentary. Yeah, she can go. She can even do. If I say nasty jobs.
She can do nasty jobs.
Yeah.
Just to survive.
Just for her children to survive. She can go to the streets. There are some girls, there are some prostitutes who go to the street not because they are hungry, no, it's because of their children or their child. So for me, a woman can do anything for her children.
Now, to what extent can women go in order to survive the families, to raise their children all alone?
Oh, every extent, like she earlier said, yeah, they will definitely go for prostitution and all sort of things. They will like sleep with any man just to obtain money to feed their family, you know. So,
but there's a saying that even when the woman is single and she's taking care of the children, when the children grow up, they still go and look for their parents. Will you discourage a child from seeing the parent when the child grows up?
Definitely no. No, we really cannot stop that because my sister, my senior sister is an example. The father literally stole the kids from her when the kids were like 2, and he actually took care of them until they were 18 and maybe 19, and the other one was 18, the other one was 19, and they actually came back and looked for their mother, and they are with their mother till today, and just forgotten about it. It's like 3 years now. They don't even care about their father, so unfortunately.
All right, Balako, do you have the same view?
Yes, I do, but I think we women, we are lucky because we are luckier than the men because the children will always be close, or maybe they will always look for their mom. They will anyway, I don't know how to put it, but they will look for their mom more than
They will look
Their
for
dads.
for their dads.
Yeah.
Voilà, that's
Why?
why.
Is it because of the love or the care that the mother gives to the children? She's always there with them,
Which is the most important thing.
which is the most important. Now let's look at this aspect of choice. Do you think somebody would like to be a single mother?
Yeah, some people are like
They
are
choose
willing.
to be single
Yeah,
mothers.
they choose to be single.
Why?
Yeah, because there are some women who does not actually need the presence of the man in their life. Yeah, they actually don't need the presence of a man in their life because some men are like they're really boring, hard to cope with. Yeah, some women don't just like the stress of a man. Yeah, they just prefer being alone. Some women they rather even look for a man and have a baby with and then say hello, choose, as we say in German, and yeah, they have their way. It's very common in Germany. Most women do that. So
All right.
yeah.
Balako?
I will say the same thing, and I have I have many examples, and I have friends that they have maybe my age mates or older than me who still don't have a baby yet or a child yet. So they see time going.
Age.
Age.
And they say, wow, very soon 33, 35,
And I don't have a
40,
baby.
and I don't have a child.
man.
Yeah.
I have a job, I have a good
Menopause is
job.
coming.
No. So let me just have a child, no matter who, but let me just have a child. Yeah.
They want to just have a child and they
Yeah,
don't
to
care
have a
about the man.
child.
They
No, they
just-
don't care about the
they
man. They have
just
everything
want-
to make the child survive, to make the child have a very comfortable life. Because they have everything, but they lack. That's what they lack. So they can do everything to have a child. They don't care about the man. Yeah.
Now we have single mothers that become single mothers because their husbands died. They did not wish it to be that way. We have single mothers who divorce or actually divorce with their husband and they're single mothers. We have those who they do not want to be single mothers, but the men abandon them. Now we are looking at the three categories. Now which of them do women like fall under? The three. Which is most common?
The most common is the one that the man left them. You know, the man
who abandoned the woman.
Just abandoned. Yeah. They are running away from responsibilities because most African men are very irresponsible. So they would rather run away from their responsibility than taking their responsibility. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, Balako.
Yeah, and I wanted to say something. Previously, Sandrine said something. She said most of the single moms become single moms because they were anyway. They thought that they found love with a man. This that who promised heaven and earth to them, and after that. But I would say not in every cases. My personal case is different than what she mentioned because we were like, it was not an accident. We calculated it. Okay, that
is what you wanted, but the others by accident, and it happened. But even if it happened by accident, they want the man, they want the child to be with the child to have a father.
That's what I wanted to say. That's why I wanted to say that it's not all the cases who are. Anyway, there are some cases where the women, the man is there even during the pregnancy. He's there even when the child is born. He's there, and after that, he runs away.
All right. Now, I want us to watch this report, and the question is: can single mothers find love again?
Wow.
Can single mothers find love again? Let's watch this. We'll be right back.
Today on Battle Box, we want to find out from Lagosians if they think single mothers can find love again. And if yes, how? Let's go ask. Do you think single mothers could find love again?
Yeah, true. They can if they position themselves and then they have a plan of what they want.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Okay, how?
Mixing with people now, going out. You can meet whoever you want to meet anywhere.
Of course, single mothers will find love again. It's all about consideration because they can't keep living in their past. But it depends on their age.
Oh, I believe love comes when it's time for it to come, and if the other person they want to meet love them for who they are, for the child they have, why not?
Yeah, having kids or no kids is not an issue.
Okay.
If the person actually loves her, so to say, will definitely love the child, and with that, they can work things out.
There's nothing impossible for God to do. If God is interested in their case, He can provide another person for them.
That is if God is interested in that. What if God is not interested in that?
By luck, they can find love.
Single mothers, of course they can find.
Ow.
But what could have if one wants to discuss about the single mother, we have to analyze what causes why the person becomes a single mother.
So if actually a single mother wants to find a love again, she can. All she needs to do is to give out her heart to the right person.
At what stage do you think the children or the man should be introduced to the children?
I guess before marriage, before they get married or something.
One of the things I think it will work is that at that point where you know this is the person for you, you know, we women, we know who it is. Yeah, as in who the man is, sorry. So at that point, you know, I think you should introduce, but don't do it instantly. Let him feature. Let these children be able to see him as a friend.
Once the mother has considered the guy in question, I think there is nothing waiting for. There is nothing to wait for. Go ahead and introduce the man to the children. Yeah, no waste of time.
From the onset. In fact, kids, they have this funny character. By the time they start seeing you more often, get them gifts, they start familiarizing with that person. And with time, if they don't see it, they start asking, Mom, where is this person? Where is Uncle this? Where is Uncle that? And that's where it starts from.
Personally, I would like you, I would tell you. It's not like it's going to be the first thing I will tell you, but early on you should know. You as the man should know that I have a kid.
Yeah.
But meeting them, you should be comfortable whenever you want to meet them. And the kid should also know I'm dating.
No.
But it's going to be open. You should know I have kids, that I'm not going to hide about my kids. Yeah.
As soon as I get engaged with their mother.
Definitely, it works better if the man knows at the early stage.
Can single mothers find love again? That was quite interesting. Back here in the studio, have wonderful women. I'll begin with you, Sandrine. Can single mothers find love again?
That's an interesting one. It depends. I would say if she wants to find love again, I think she can.
It depends on her.
It depends on her.
How?
Because we have situations where a woman feels very much destabilized after a man has maybe abandoned her, or if she lost her husband, or if she divorced one man because he's like Shama said, he's violent and all of that. You see that in every other man that comes your way. So it depends. It now depends on you, the woman. If you have that
decides to move on.
Yes, if you have the heart to decide to move on. Some do not. Some just stay in that position and they're like, okay, I have my kid. What should I even be looking for in men? Will give me much more heartache.
Okay, Shama.
Sometimes to find love is sometimes easy.
You found love very
definitely.
But after 3 kids.
Yeah,
after 3 kids.
Yeah, definitely. But most men, they are running away from responsibility. So only very few cases like mine, I would say, can actually be lucky to find love as the extent of marriage. Because most men, they'll just come and date you and they will leave. Because they'll be like, I don't want to get married to a woman who already have kids. Majority cases, the scenario is that most men, they are running away from responsibility. They don't want to get involved with single mothers, especially when you have like 3 kids like mine, you know. So they are scared. They are just running away. Like, oh, they might say this is used goods, something like that. You know, sometimes like
It's like there's a reason why that other man must have left you. You should be a bad woman, and then just
so they just come and then they use you and then they leave as well as she's bad material. Now the question is there any age in love?
Oh no, not at all.
As a single mother, you can find love anytime.
Definitely.
Somebody talk of positioning yourself.
I wonder the kind of position.
I think she was like saying you have to keep yourself beautiful. You don't just have to think that because you're single, that is actually the time where you have to be up, take care of yourself.
Because we have single mothers that think that maybe it's the end of life after having 3 kids, 4 kids. Definitely. No man will look at me. You don't dress up. You don't keep up yourself. You're not clean. I mean, you move anyhow on the street because you need to package yourself. That's what some women will say, Shama. Yes,
and I think at times it even goes as far as the kids. Because I'll take my example. I have days when I would say, okay, today I'm just indoors. I would tie my wrapper and just come and sit in the house. And my son is the first person to come and tell me, Mommy, no, go to the room and wear something nice. Just imagine if somebody enters the house and meets you like that. You see that even the kids know that you still need to look good. It's not about okay, I'm just staying at home or I'm just turning around or okay, I don't want any man again. No, you still need to look good. I think that's part of the positioning.
Don't you think is psychologically they are defeated? That's what makes them to feel as if it's the end of the world.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes when a man leaves you, you're actually down, and you don't have you don't have confidence in any other man. It's difficult to trust again. So sometimes you just leave yourself please.
But not knowing that two men are not the same.
Yeah, that's
you can still find love in another man, and nobody knows tomorrow.
Definitely.
So, what is your advice to women, especially single mothers? Because we have successful single mothers like you.
Definitely.
Like Sandrine and like Balak, who are struggling because they have problems. Everybody has problems, but they're struggling to overcome all of these challenges. Now, what are you telling women, single mothers especially?
My advice to single mother is they should be up. They should work hard to take care of their self and their kids. They should not just settle for less, and they should not accept any kind of man because they are desperate. They should not feel desperate at all. God has given them the mind to achieve whatever they want on earth, so they can achieve it. No matter how small start, a woman has to be confident. Every woman has to be confident. They can achieve. You can achieve whatever you want. There is a saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a step. You can start by selling maybe tomatoes, maybe one basket of tomatoes, and tomorrow you'll be selling a truck of tomatoes. So you have to start somewhere, and God will give you the strength. God, like Jesus did with 2 breads and 5 fishes, or 5 breads and 2 fishes. What happened? He multiplies. So you have to start somewhere for God to bless you.
Okay.
So my advice to women is they should not be desperate. They should not feel defeated.
All right.
But they should stand up.
All right, Sandrine.
I think I'm going to tag on with Shama, and just to add this little word, there's still hope. It's not the end of life. There is still hope. Work hard, and you're definitely going to make it. Not necessarily putting in your mind that okay, you must not need a man to take care of those children. You can do it on your own. If a man comes, fine and good, but it should be the right man. A lady said in the interview just now that when you meet that man, you know it. Most of us really know it. It's true that in our young ages, these men come, and most of the times the single moms, maybe we forgot to mention that most of them, these single moms who are abandoned, it's at early ages, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's hardly 31, 33, 40, very difficult. So I think the more you mature, the more you grow up, you learn to face life, face the children better, and of course achieve whatever you want to achieve.
All right, now Shama, we cannot leave without talking about your upcoming events. Very briefly, can you tell us what it's all about?
Actually, I will be the chairlady of the graduation taking place in the Women Empowerment Center
in Aqua.
By South Effect on the 9th. It begins at 9 o'clock. I will be the chairlady, and I will be encouraging the graduates, you know, because it's a center for women, and I'm a feminist, so I'm inviting everybody.
All right. Thank you very much for honoring my invitation. And to you all, I will say thank you for watching. We have the program is Turn Up. Continue trusting in us. We want our women to fight for themselves and fight for their rights. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.